Howdy y'all. As y'all can see, I am in the process of going on an epic adventure. Take a look around, guys. This is the old lake. It is very dry. Pretty much the entire lake bed is exposed over here in this section of the lake. There's a few little standing puddles here and there, but really nothing crazy at all. The mud is also dried up a good bit where you can actually walk. I'm over here on the very edge of it, so it's actually pretty sturdy here. Like I'm only sinking a couple of inches with every step. But we are out here and we are en route to one of my favorite fishing spots. You saw me fish out here a lot whenever the lake had water in it. And the last time you saw me fish there was in the video where I said, this is it. This is the last time you're gonna see me fish out here from a vessel, from a kayak, a canoe, a boat. And I've been waiting patiently for the time to get to explore on foot, let the lake bed dry up a little bit, and we're making that mission. Hopefully there's some fish over there to be caught. What I have with me today is just one rod. We're traveling light. I've got a bag of plastics in my pocket. They're actually some brand new unreleased plastics from 6th Sense Fishing that'll be debuting early next year that I'm really excited about. Give you a little sneak peek right here. I'll talk about it a little bit more once we get down there, especially if we start catching some fish on it, because it looks really, really good. Okay, this looks sketchy right here. I'm gonna go around this. The only thing about this is that there's all these plants that got all these seeds, and I'm about to get covered up in them. They just stick to your clothes. It's that, oh gosh. Here we go. Find us a nice little pathway here. I'm not sure how deep this is. If you look right here, you can kind of see I've got a little bit of a marsh. It's like I'm floating on the grass. Feels good, but it looks like right there you can get into some trouble. Yeah, right there's a little bit of trouble. Right here's a little bit of trouble. Right there's good. It's like a little beaver run. And that's the only thing you gotta really look out for is these old and also still active beaver runs. You can take one step and be fine, take another step and you're up to your chest in some mud and water. But, oh man, I'm gonna have to throw these pants away. This is a bad idea. Take a look at this. So this is what I was talking about. You see all those seeds? They are all stuck to my pants and they itch. And that is one reason why I was kind of like, kind of 50-50 on if I wanted to do this or not. I knew I was gonna have to take this route, but definitely risking it for the biscuit. Hopefully we'll find some fish. If I can catch just one fat largemouth over here from the bank, I'll feel good about it. But if we catch one, we'll probably catch a bunch. They should be trapped, and hopefully they're hungry. Hopefully they're not starving to death, but hopefully they're hungry enough that they'll bite my bait. But hopefully y'all are excited for today's adventure. If so, do me a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. It shows that most of y'all that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. And we appreciate y'all watching, but if y'all could go the extra mile and hit that subscribe button, that would mean the world to us. So I'm gonna keep walking and watch my step, watch out for snakes, watch out for holes, and I'll see you guys once we get to the spot. Wow guys, this is just unreal. This looks crazy. Look at this creek. We've got a lot of creek left. I don't know how deep it is out there. There's a little bit of swirling right there on top right there also. Looks like there's some people out here already walking around the bank, doing some fishing, just doing some exploring. That's all dry. I'll throw up a shot of what this place normally looks like if y'all haven't seen it before, but this is just insane. Normally right here, it's like 2 feet of water and then drops down in here to 6 to 10 foot of water. But it just looks like a desert. It's crazy. But hopefully we'll catch some fish, and you can kind of see why this is a good spot. You got this deep channel off this little shallow flat, and you got all these stumps. Got some big stumps, got some lay down logs. And our goal today is we're gonna take this plastic and we're going to pitch it around basically to every stump and see if we can't get lucky and link up with the big one. I think I actually want to start up here and work my way back, just like I did for old time's sake, because the best spot is normally over there, but it's all good. You can see the ground right here is really hard and compact. I'm not sinking at all. It's really dry. This has been exposed for forever, but it's really hard, really packed down. Honestly, quite easy to walk. And really, it didn't take me that long to get over here. Probably about the same amount of time it used to take for me to paddle. But the only thing that's bothering me, like I said, is all these seeds on my legs. Like, that's uncomfortable. I should have wore like some rubber waders or something. Got you. First fish, first one. Feels good. That's a good fish. Oh, a nice one. It's official. They're still here. Oh, he's a fatty. Oh, look how pale he is. Oh, he's freezing cold. I was working my bait too fast, I think, guys. Look at that one. What a beautiful largemouth on the new bait. Whew, I'll have to talk about that here. Now that we caught a fish, I didn't want to start talking about it and how good it looked until I actually caught my first fish with it. But there we go, guys. Look at that gorgeous largemouth. Look how tall he is. That is a perfect fish. He is so cold. I got to really slow that bait down, I think, guys. I didn't work it very fast off those stumps, and he was just all about it. Number one, out here in the old honey hole from the bank. That's amazing. And we're just going to send him back. Look at that. He's like probably close to 3 pounds. High 2 for sure. Look how thick he is across his back. What a fish. Okay, we're going to send him back. Heck yeah. Okay. So, that right there is the new bait from 6 Cents. This is called the Bongo Craw. And you can see it's got 4 flappy appendages. And they're in a great spot because you can do a lot of things with this thing. You could take off these 2 middle ones if you wanted to and just have the 2 flappers. Or you take off these 2 outside ones and have these 2 on the inside. And you could rig this up a bunch of different ways. Like if you had it like that, you could rig it sideways on the back of a chatterbait. You could definitely throw this thing on the back of a buzzbait. But I just love it. I would say this thing kind of reminds me of a pit boss, if you know what that lure is, just based on the 4 appendages. But this thing's got a whole lot more flapping action. I mean, this thing goes crazy. I mean, just the most subtle movement, and you can see it's flanged on the tips. So just the slightest little twitch of the rod, these claws come to life. And I'm not sure what the full color palette is. These are the only ones I have are black and blue. But I'm sure going to come in all of the great 6 Cents fishing colors. And I'm just really excited about this bait. There's not really anything else like it on the market. I mentioned a pit boss. It's kind of similar, but not really, because it's got smaller little claws. And yeah, that's awesome. First fish on the Bongo Craw. I think I actually got the pack in my pocket. Make sure it's called Congo. I call it the Bongo. The Congo Craw. So here's the pack. Get one out fresh. It's not already all jacked up a little bit, but there you go. You can see there it is in the hand, and you can see it's got these little tabs. You can pinch them off however you want to get the action you want. But those really are just to help, you know, keep the claws from getting all janked up inside the packaging. But yeah, coming real soon, the 6 Cents Congo, not the Bongo, Congo Craw. And as y'all just saw, it's a fish catcher. Put it back in there and catch another one. We got a row of like 20 stumps right there, and we got some bigger stumps. We got some stumps here. I didn't catch anything up there. I've covered, you know, 50 yards, but I honestly could have been working my bait a little too fast. I'm gonna have to go back through it again, but we got our fish that we wanted. So normally this time of year when I fish this area, I tend to approach it with a little bit more finesse. I throw like little small finesse jigs. I throw a lot of shaky head worms and little drop shots by these stumps. I don't normally throw these big flapping creature baits, but you know, I just got this in and I really wanted to test it out. I mean, here we are, it's December. It's not even really prime time to be throwing a flappy creature bait like this. And still managed to get a bite. We've only been fishing maybe 10 minutes or so. But we're gonna fish it kind of like a jig, just kind of flap it real slow. And this will make an awesome jig trailer too. I'm just really excited about this bait. Sometimes new baits come out and I'm like, I don't buy into the hype or anything, but this one here, I'm actually really excited about. I'm not excited about my my casting right now. My casting is not looking good. There it is. I also only brought a little bit of extra terminal tackle, meaning I brought 1 extra weight, 1 extra hook. That's the only thing about getting bound to the bank is that if I get hung up on that side, I won't be able to go get it. Oh my God, that was a giant. Oh man, wow. He was like up there in the mud. How did he come off? That didn't even feel like a bass. That didn't even feel natural. It felt like I had landed and I like landed and got stuck. But no, he was just, oh, that was a nice one. Now we're just downsized. We're probably down to a good size now. Yeah, we're gonna put it back in there. I don't know if he'll bite it again. He hammered me though. Whatever the heck he was. Got you that time, sucker. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Yeah, that's a good fish. Oh, it's a big one. Woo! We got him that time. We got him. Look at that big old bass, guys. That is a nice one. That's like a 4-pounder all day. Drilled him. I think that's the one I missed because I threw it at the same spot at a different angle. Look at that thing. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. He's probably close to 20 inches. Just a tub. Look at that. Man, it's so cool being able to come out here and catch these fish still. That's amazing. I didn't know if we were catching or not. I figured we probably would, but I didn't know if we were going to be able to get out here, number one. And number two, you know, if they were still here and still thriving, and it appears that they are. That's amazing. Okay, let's get him back in the water. Thank you, big guy, or big girl. We'll see you. Oh man, that's fun. That is so much fun. Catching a fish is always fun, but catching them like on a new bait is always fun too. Or something you've never caught them on before. And I know for a fact these fish have never seen this bait before, so I have the advantage. But this guy is going to be a player for many years to come, especially in the springtime, whenever you're doing a lot of pitching and flipping. I'm actually going to trim the top off of this one and get that smaller profile. I think that is what's going to really fire these fish up. So just trim that top off. This is a 6 cents ox flipping hook. These are rock solid, and I've got Texas rigged on the hook. I've got the hook still inside the plastic. I'm trying to, you know, prevent that hook from popping through while I'm fishing it through this cover because I don't want to lose my hook because I don't have very many. But then I have a 6 cents tungsten 3/8 ounce flipping weight on there, and that's the setup. I've got 50-pound braid also. And that's why I'm jamming that hook through because I know I have it buried down in the plastic. The rod I'm using is the Team Stix. This is a 7-foot 2-inch heavy, just kind of a good little all-purpose rod. Really enjoy this one. There's a bunch of shad jumping. But this rod is insanely sensitive, and I think it's because it has this carbon woven reel seat. When I first got this rod, I was like, this feels kind of weird, but I've really grown to like it because it really just transmits everything that's going on down there. Money stump, baby. Money stump, baby. There we go. Just like that, we're up to number 3. Another big one. Oh my gosh, he's even bigger than the last one. Wow, what a tank. What a freaking tank. Let me wash him off. He's got a little mud on him. This is a monster. Dude, look at that one. Look at how tall and how thick and just bulbous that one is. He's probably pushing 5 pounds. Oh my gosh, look at the fins. He's got that black spot, and then up there he's got like the black and the gold. Choked the CONGO CRAW. That is just so awesome. From the bank, baby. Big old fat bass. Man, I drilled him. I told you guys, this hook is solid. I mean, that fish is so thick and healthy. What a bruiser. What a bruiser. I honestly don't think it's much longer. It's probably not even longer than the last one. It's just so thick. He's probably, now that I kind of big at it at first, he's probably like a 4.5, but still. If these guys are chilling out here, I'm all for it. Okay, we're gonna send you back. And that water's so cold. I'm so glad I caught that first one and touched him, and I realized how cold he was. It really clued me in on, you know, probably needing to slow down my presentation. Oh, right there. What is that? Stay there, stay there. I got him. Yes. Woo, how crazy is that? Oh, I hooked him and he came off and he beached himself. What a crazy catch. You got underneath your gills. Look at that. We've got our second species of the day. This is a chain pickerel. You gotta be careful when handling these guys because they got a mouthful of teeth. These guys are cousins to the northern pike. We don't have any northern pike here in Arkansas. This is all we have. But these guys are cool. They can get pretty big. And I don't catch them very often, but it seems like I've been catching them more and more this fall and winter out here. Pretty cool. You can tell this is a chain pickerel if you look underneath his eyeball. They have that black slash going through it. Man, was not expecting that. But the chain pickerel, they like the CONGO CRAW. That is awesome. This is a fish species that I've also been really wanting to eat. I've never have had one before, but I'm gonna let this guy go. We'll do a catch and cook on these guys another day. Oh, see, these guys are slick. You're good. Man, he was charged up because he didn't get to fight that much. Okay, he doesn't count towards our 5 bass limit, but that's fish number 4 nonetheless. And he was right in front of me. Got you. There we go. Number 4. Number 4. The nice one. They're fatty. Up here, fatty. Woo. Sorry to call you names, but just call it as I see it, buddy. Look at that belly on that thing. Whoo. That's another nice one. All the bass we've caught today, it's been so quality. That's our 4th one. He's another one like 2.5, 2 3/4 probably, honestly, just because of the gut. But on the CONGO CRAW with only 3 claws on there. So rest assured, if you lose a craw, if you lose a tentacle or a pincher, you're still going to be good. Beauty. Okay, we got a little bit. Look at the red lips. They say when their lips get red, it's because they're crunching on crawfish. I actually don't know if that's true or not. But if it is, it makes sense because I just caught one on a crawdad bait. Boom. Another beautiful largemouth. Send you right on back. I just pulled it by that stump and I dead sticked it there just for a second. I didn't move it, I didn't do anything. I was like, okay. I scooted it right on by and I felt him just go. Sucked it right up off the bottom, smoked it. So I've legit only got about 10 minutes left that I can fish. Me and Jay and the kids have plans this afternoon. So if we're gonna get our 5th fish, we're gonna have to get it right here. I figure there's probably a good amount of bass out here just chilling out here in the middle. Not relating to anything. I've caught a lot of fish in the wintertime just in the middle of the channel, and I'm not really fishing that zone. So when we come back out here again, we'll have to work those areas a little bit more thorough. And there's a lot of creek going that way. I know it gets skinny up that way, but there's still some holes that way. And we can go further up that way and find some holes. Because in all reality, I mean, all this that you see, all this brown, all this mud, used to all be water. And so in theory, all the fish would have had to suck down into the channel. And some could have went, you know, way on out that way and followed it out. But there's a lot that are going to be trapped. Or that just decided they wanted to hang back here so that I could catch them. There we go. That's a giant. That's a giant. Is that a bass? Please be bass. That's a bass. It's a giant. It's a bass. It's a bass. Get up here. Oh, he's all muddy. That is a giant. Let's go. Guys, look at that bass. Last second fish catch. I just got off the phone with Jay. I told her I was about to leave. And I made a couple more sneaky casts and boom, we were rewarded with our 5th bass of the day. And I think he's probably our biggest one. I mean, what a solid fish, super quality. I caught him up here in a spot where I didn't catch any. It's where I first started, I didn't catch any. So came back through, fished my bait a little bit more thorough next to a couple of stumps, and he was all about it. And he was in some really shallow water. I thought he was a monster. He made some huge boils, but he's still a good one. He's over 4. He's probably 4.5, 4 3/4. Just an amazing fish and an amazing way to wrap up this little quick and dirty bank fishing mission. I'm going to get him back into the lake. I guess it's a creek now. Oh, we're sending him back into the creek. There he goes. That's the snup I caught him on. How cool is that? What a way to wrap up the trip. Again, guys, these new 6 cents, where's he at? Again, guys, these new 6 cents CONGO CRAWs are gonna be bad to the bone. I will keep y'all posted whenever they make their debut. It should be pretty soon. You know, like I said, this isn't really prime time to be throwing this bait, and we're still out here catching some. So be on the lookout for that. If you're interested in purchasing anything else from the 6 Cents Fishing website, I'll leave a link to that down in the description. Use our code CJ10 at checkout. That'll save you 10% off your entire order. But with that, I'm gonna make the haul back to my house and meet back up with Jay and the kids. But if y'all enjoyed today's video, do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you would like to see us come back out here again soon. Let us know down in the comment section. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.